We've started hearing a lot from our Telile viewers about this issue and about the ongoing battle between the town of Port Hawkesbury and the municipality of Richmond over who should provide fire protection for the community of Point Tupper. So we decided to bring in someone who is really starting to raise his voice on this issue. He is the fire chief for the Port Hawkesbury Volunteer Fire Department, Curtis Doucet. Let's hear what Fire Chief Doucet has to say right now.
Thank you for agreeing to speak with us, Chief Doucet. I wanted to begin by asking for your general reaction towards the disagreements that have arisen between Richmond County and the town of Port Hawkesbury regarding fire service protection for Point Tupper.
I mean, we're very disappointed that the two councils couldn't come to an agreement when it comes to the coverage of Point Tupper. We feel that as the closest fire department, we were able to provide a good coverage for the residents, also in the industries of Point Tupper. I mean, due to the geographical disadvantage to the neighboring department, we feel that it's going to take a little bit longer for them to arrive on scene. Unfortunately, politics don't always see eye to eye, and the fire service sometimes has to suffer a little bit for it.
In defending their decision to go with the Lewisdale and District Volunteer Fire Department for calls from Point Tupper, several Richmond County officials, including Warden Brian Marchand, have suggested that on average the community is responsible for only 2 or 3 fire service calls in a given year. Can you tell me what happens with the Port Hawkesbury Volunteer Fire Department when you do receive a call from a residential or commercial area of Point Tupper?
When it comes to a call in Point Tupper, at the moment, the way it stands, the department of record would be the Lewisdale Volunteer Fire Department. Once they receive the original page to respond to an incident in Point Tupper, they have to proceed to their fire hall and gather their equipment. During this time, we may also get a fire call here in Port Hawkesbury to assist Lewisdale in responding to a call in Point Tupper. Therefore, we arrive here at the fire station, grab our equipment and our vehicles, and head on over. And unfortunately, due to the geographical issue with the original fire department getting the page, it could take quite an amount of time for them to arrive on scene. Where it will take us anywhere from 8 to 15 minutes to arrive on scene and start operating as a fire department. When it comes to taking care of the incident, we feel that we could have the incident taken care of before the original fire department arrives on scene. It could not, depending on the scene and the size of the incident itself.
Earlier this summer, the mayor of Port Hawkesbury, Brenda Chisholm-Beaton, remarked that this is the 3rd time in the past 3 years that Richmond County has changed the fire service provider for Point Tupper. Do you feel that this could create instability in the overall coordinated effort to protect the community from fire and similar issues?
It changes our basic response to any incident when it comes to Point Tupper. If we were the department of record, obviously all of our equipment would roll to an incident in Point Tupper. But as a mutual aid department, we only send 1 vehicle and 6 men to an incident out of our jurisdictions. So therefore, I mean, the amount of personnel and available equipment originally arriving on scene could be affected.
You referenced mutual aid responsibilities just a couple of moments ago. Your fire department recently voted to withdraw from the Strait Area Mutual Aid Association. Can you tell us what exactly was behind that decision?
Ultimately, the Strait Area Mutual Aid is an association of 30 departments in one association that have signed on to assist with each other when it comes to fighting fire. Unfortunately, due to this agreement, it forces us to respond to Point Tupper as a mutual aid department, but arriving way before the department of record on scene. The department felt that the county of Richmond was taking advantage of the fire service in Port Hawkesbury to cover a major asset in the county of Richmond. And we had many lengthy discussions over this issue and feel that the only way to make sure that we were not held as the liable department on an incident in Point Tupper, we had to pull out of the mutual aid agreement. Now, in saying that, in the pulling out of the mutual aid agreement, we did want to make sure that we kept coverage for the residents and the people over the area. So we didn't want to leave the departments without any help at all. Originally, we had planned to leave the Strait Area Mutual Aid Department, Strait Area Mutual Aid Association by September 25th at midnight. But due to not being able to get the proper registrations on the go with the municipalities, and also not having the proper MOUs in place to assist other fire departments, we felt that it was in the best interest of the public to extend the notice to quit from the mutual aid until December 25th.
For the benefit of our viewers, could you describe what geographical areas are covered by the Strait Area Mutual Aid Association?
The Strait Area Mutual Aid covers quite a large distance. I mean, we have many departments in the local area, for example, Port Hastings, Alls Cove, Mulgrave, Harbour Boucher, West Bay Road, Lewisdale, Ayrshire. We cover quite a vast area when it comes to mutual aid. It goes all the way out to St. Peter's, Chapel Island area, also out to Antigonish County, up towards Waikagama area, and also out towards the Judic area as well. So there's quite a vast area and many departments. As I said before, there's 30 departments in the association. So it was all one big association to help everybody out.
As we wrap things up, can you give us a sense of where we go from here in terms of the discussions over Point Tupper?
We've asked the Mutual Aid Association to take a look at the association memorandum to try to specify exactly which neighboring department would respond to an incident in a different county, or just the incident when it comes to industrial Point Tupper. We're hoping that the association can come to an agreement with the membership of Port Hawkesbury as well, to hopefully all work together, and also for the two councils to work together to try to come up with an agreement to please everybody when it comes to the township, the councils, and the residents of either town and also Point Tupper, to provide the proper fire service that we can all work together and achieve the one main goal.